Here's Papa.
Hello, 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel, and today, we finally got out to shoot the Martini Henry. Finally got loaded ammo for it, and it was a wonderful experience. If you can get out and shoot some of these 133-year-old rifles, that's what this one is. These old black powder cartridge guns, these large bore, go and do it. It is a blast. It is unlike other stuff that you've shot. It is fun. This one likes to breathe fire. There's so much flash coming out of the muzzle of this thing, because even though it's got a 32.5-inch barrel, there's still unburnt powder coming out of the back of this on the black powder side. So it is a blast to shoot, and if you ever have a chance to get out there and shoot one, do it. It's a wonderful time. Anyway, this is one of the IMA rifles. This one needed extensive work, but overall the rifle was restorable. It took a lot of effort, a lot of stock work had to be done to this, and I did a video earlier when I first got this, and the guy I got it from and the stock work that he did on it. So I'm not going to get too much into that. It's a blast to shoot at the range. A conversation piece at the range. A lot of the guys, ooh, what the heck are you shooting? What is that? The guys, the range officers there, great bunch of guys, were just oohing and ahhing, ooh, ah. Interesting fact is that one of them, since this is a Nepal rifle, spent 3 years in Nepal when he was in the service, and he married a gal from Nepal. So he was over here, looking at it and trying to find all the Nepal marks on it and taking pictures of the Sanskrit. And I went out and started shooting it, and he came back and says, you know what, I married a gal from Nepal, and she read the Sanskrit, and she kind of roughly translated it for me. So from what I understand, this is rifle number 36. It's got a serial number on it in Sanskrit. That's kind of cool. The other part is that it says Shri Negi, which roughly translate, from what I understand, to white snake. White snake. Cool. I've got an 80s rifle here of an 80s hairband. Oh, wait a minute. This is 1880s. Sorry. Anyway, white snake represents the Buddhist god of Vishu. Vishu is the god of protection, which would kind of make sense. A white snake is often depicted as the servant of Vishnu in text, in pictures. It's a white serpent or white snakes, or something variation of that theme. But that would make sense, that they'd have white snake on here in reference of the god of Vishnu. The god of Vishnu is the god of protection, so they are servants of the god of protection, hoping for protection when they take these into battle. So I thought that was really interesting. Just stuff you learn along the way with these old rifles. And that's part of the joy of this, is learning that history, learning where they were used, learning how they were using it. This is one of those transitional rifles. This was originally designed as a breech-loading black powder cartridge gun. It eventually, they started loading with cordite, which is a smokeless powder. But originally it was designed for black powder, and that's what I fired in it. And that's another part of the excitement or the satisfaction of shooting these rifles, is making the ammo for them. The ammo's obsolete. You just can't go to Walmart or go out online and find 5.77 450 Martini Henry. It's just really not out there. There were a couple small shops loading for it. They were like $180 for 20 rounds, but they stopped loading for it. But just to give you an idea, there's the 477 or 577 450 Martini Henry. It is paper patch. This one's got a 450 grain lead ball. The original military was a 480 grain lead ball, but it starts off as a 24 gauge shotgun, brass shotgun shell, and gets necked down to 45. Just so you kind of have an idea, it's a pretty big round. But just for comparison, that's the 7.62 by 54R Russian round. Quite a big difference. A big difference? Quite a big difference. If you're wondering how to do a 577 450 economically, my next video will be on making this round. So you get some more information on that and making it on a budget. But the rifle itself, wonderful piece of history. It shoots great. I was very happy with the accuracy I was getting out of it. I can probably make this just a little bit larger bullet, maybe get a little bit better accuracy, but I was happy with what I was getting out of it. Considering it's a 133-year-old rifle, it spent almost 100 years of its life sitting in a dilapidated palace in Nepal. No windows, just elements. It's basically out in a barn, a fancy barn. But for all those years it sat, it still fires wonderful. It's got some ergonomic issues with it. For me, the trigger is a little far forward. That length of pull is pretty long. A little awkward to shoot, but a blast nonetheless. I will put some pictures on the end of the video here of the fireballs we were catching coming out of this, and the Sanskrit and the markings on here. So if you want to take a look, and if I'm totally wrong or off or slightly off or whatever, put a comment down in the below. I'd be more than happy to learn as much as I can about this thing. And it's just an awesome rifle. I've the guy who gave this to me, I hate you. Now I'm out there looking for more black powder cartridge guns to shoot. It was such a blast and such a rush to shoot this. But this is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa Channel, and we will take this out to the range. We'll show you some range footage of me shooting it, and then some stills of the rifle and some fireballs coming out of it. But if you get a chance, again, if you get a chance to fire one of these Martini Henrys or any of the large cartridge guns from the late 1800s, do it. They are a blast to shoot. This one was originally designed as a breech loading rifle. The Schneider that came before this was a conversion from a muzzle loading to a breech loading, and Trapdoor Springfield of the US was also a conversion of a muzzle loading rifle musket to a breech loading. But I can't say enough about how much fun I had with this. It just I've been floating on cloud nine ever since I've shot it. It was just a thrill. Love it when everything comes together, everything works as it should. You're putting the rounds together yourself. It's just a lot of satisfaction that everything comes together and works well. So this is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa Channel, and I'm out. Here I go again on my own. It worked.
That's pretty lively.
Getting a little high, but not bad. Oh, I love the smell of black powder.
That noise it makes from back here, boom, is real deep bass.
Grouping decent. Only 25 yards, but
Heck yeah.
I'd have to save a couple of these for the battle over there.
The flame.
Yeah. I do love listening to the report on that thing too.
I'm gonna ditch my bag inside. When you go over for the metal, I'd like to see that.
You want to try one?
I do, but I don't because you only have so many of them. I would love to shoot it. I'm on the clock and I can't. So,
All right.
you know. Besides, it's not every day I can just go to the store and buy a box of 577 LaBelle.
Yeah. 577, 450.
Oh, 577, 450.
Yeah, it's 577, neck down to 450.
Okay.
We got some still burning powder at the end of the tunnel there.
That's probably cotton wad.
Yeah, probably.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see all the paper. It's
It's incense for Vishnu.
To the left. We're going to change targets now. Grab that, that's a good one. That's a
three
good
more
smell.
tries. There we go. Oh.
And we're done.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.